Patriot Prime Reviews is a channel for adult collectors and may not be suitable for children under 13 years of age. Viewer discretion is advised.
This video is sponsored by Toyhax.com. They're your one-stop shop for reproduction decals for your vintage G1 Transformers and upgrade decals for your modern bots. Weaponry for your figures from the Toyhax Armory, and great-looking backdrops for your display from Toy Stages. And when you visit Toyhax.com, make sure and use my monthly promo code to save 15% off your order. So yes, 15% off when you use my promo code right here. So check out Toyhax.com and make your collection stand out from the rest. And tell them Patriot Prime sent you. Now, on to the video. The feature box in this video is the brand new Transformers Legacy United Amazon exclusive Doom and Destruction collection, featuring Deluxe Insecticons, Barrage, and Chop Shop, along with Battlemaster Malleus Minotaurus. I just got this in from Amazon.com yesterday, pre-ordered it the day it was announced because, man, I love the Deluxe Insecticons. So taking a quick look at the packaging right here, we've got some great looking comic style artwork of Barrage, Chop Shop, and Malleus Minotaurus rushing into battle. Transformers on the side, Transformers Legacy United. And we've got these tentacles here on the box. And the tentacles come from this thing right here on the top of the packaging. I am not sure what that is. I thought it was a Quintesson, but it seems to have a lot more organic to it. I mean, those are kind of realistic looking tentacles, not the techno-organic tentacles the Quintessons have. He's got these weird fins on the side of his head. Do not know what that is. Hopefully we'll find out later on at some point. This side of the box features up-close shots of Chop Shop and Barrage. Back of the packaging is product shots showing Malleus Minotaurus in robot and hammer mode, Barrage in robot mode and beetle mode, and Chop Shop in robot mode and beetle mode. And there's more tentacles. Tentacles everywhere. This side of the box shows Malleus Minotaurus and Old Tentacle Face. So now, without further ado, let's get this box set open and check these figures out. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and welcome to Patriot Prime Reviews. Now, once you get your Doom and Destruction collection all opened up and out of the packaging, you'll see that they do come with a sheet of instructions that, as usual, is very well illustrated and easy to follow. They also come with a lot of accessories. Starting with Barrage here, we've got 2 insect legs, a left and a right, 2 skinny guns, and 1 main blaster. Malleus Minotaurus right there, who comes in his hammer mode, comes with 2 blast effects. Chop Shop comes with 2 insect legs, or 2 double insect legs, a left and a right, 2 of the same type blaster, and a bigger blaster. So now let's take a look at these guys individually, starting with Malleus Minotaurus. Malleus Minotaurus here is a straight up repaint, or should I say no paint, of Siege Smashdown. This is supposedly the only Autobot in the group. His actual name is Wrecker Malleus Minotaurus, so, I don't know why they put an Autobot in with this set. Now, the only paint application he has is right there on the head of the Minotaur. It's, I don't know, it's some sort of blue symbol. It's not an Autobot symbol, not a Decepticon symbol. I'm not sure what that is. Now, taking a look at Malleus in his hammer mode, I mean, he's got lots of great sculpted details throughout. I dig the looks of this guy. Not a big fan of the fact that you can see the robot or Minotaur head right there, but it is what it is. He does come with 2 blast effects though. You've got this smashing impact blast effect and this other blast effect. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but you can attach these on either end of the hammer. This one though is kind of a pain in the butt to attach because it's just shaped weird. What you do is you look for these little sections here on the hammer and see the point right there. Make sure the point lines up with the whatever section that is, and that way you can get that on there. So there you have, that's some sort of impact. And then you can put the other blast effect here on the other side. So now you got wham. I mean, there's your heavy impact, or maybe that's a jet engine on the back, or blast effect there. I'm not sure, but I think that's pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of blast effects. So now let's go ahead and get him transformed into his robot mode. But first, might as well demonstrate him how he's used as a weapon. Any robot with a 5mm port fist can wield him and bust some heads. So now let's see him transform into his robot mode. Pretty simple transformation. You just kind of open up the hammer pieces here, which are the arms and the legs. And then what you're going to do is kind of open him up. See if I can do it. He's kind of tight, so you just kind of unfold him right there at that hinge. Bring the legs around. Rotate the Minotaur head. And it's on a very loose ball joint. So you want to watch that. You can actually, if it does pop loose, just kind of push it back in and it'll lock in place. Bring down the arms. Now the handle forms a tail, but there is an option that if you slide the handle out, just like so, it slots in just like that. This can actually be put in his arm, his left arm only, as a weapon. Just kind of line it up like so, and it'll slot right in here under his fist. And there we have Malleus Minotaurus in his robot mode. Once again, no paint applications whatsoever other than the blue thing on his forehead. Oh, and he does have blue eyes, so got some blue paint applications on the head. That's it. So here is Smashdown. So you compare the two. Smashdown looks a lot better with the paint applications. Don't know why they were so cheap with Malleus here. Now, as far as articulation, the head can rotate. It can kind of look up and down. The arms can do a complete 360. Legs can do a complete 360, if you will. And that's pretty much it. Now, the blaster, he has his tail, handle. You're all confused. It is blast effect compatible as well. So if you have a blast effect handy and you hit the camera, you can plug that in right there. And now you have Malleus Minotaurus all armed and ready for battle. And that's pretty much it for the mighty Malleus. Now let's take a look at Barrage, who is a heavy retool and repaint of Legacy Bombshell. And it's really neat how they made Barrage, as they actually took Bombshell's torso, flipped it around backwards to make Barrage's chest. So if I flip Bombshell around right here, you can see that that's the chest of Barrage. Flipping Barrage around and Bombshell back to the front, you can see that that's the front of Bombshell. So it's pretty cool how they did that. Now you have to add the insect legs to Barrage. So you've got these two right here, and they go underneath the arms. You got this little slot or this little peg right here on the insect leg. Make sure it lines up right there with that ridge in the arm. There's one. And there is the other. Now it's a little tight, but now we have Barrage all completed, which really makes him look a little bit more different than Bombshell now, because Bombshell, his insect legs are actually these blasters that Barrage came with. But I'll show you how we're going to use these later on, because you don't need those for Barrage's insect mode. Now taking a close look at Barrage, man, I love the looks of this guy. He looks dead on to his Generation 1 counterpart. Love the green, the yellow. You got a little bit of red right there for the insect eyes. You got red for Barrage's eyes. A little red right there on the crest. And he just looks really good. Lots of nice sculpted details throughout. Now, the fact that they use Bombshell's back is, it gives him these odd gaps right here where the shoulders go. But I don't know, this piece kind of hides it. I mean, not by much, but it is what it is. It is kind of weird that he has a lot more details there on his back than his front. But that's what we get when you reverse engineer. Get it? Reverse engineer. He's got a nice Decepticon insignia right there on the chest. And that's pretty much it. Articulation, the head can look left and right. It's really tight, and it can't go all the way around because it's going to hit his horn there on the back of the head on these shoulder pylons. Arms can do a complete 360 all the way around. They can go out, they can go in. There's an elbow bend, elbow rotation, no wrist rotation whatsoever. Waist rotation, legs can go out, they can go in, back, forward, knee bend, rotation, and ankle tilt. So lots of nice articulation for Barrage. Now let's go ahead and make him his weapon. And by making his weapon, we're going to take his main blaster, which also is bombshells here. And we're going to take the smaller skinny blasters and just attach these on either side. There is a peg on the side, or a peg hole on the side of the blaster. Just peg these in. So we're going to make a triple barrel gun, just like so. Place that in Barrage's hand. And now we have Barrage all armed up and ready for battle. Now this blaster here is also blast effect compatible, though your blast effects are really only going to be able to fit onto the side blast effects unless you got a skinny one that'll fit there in the middle. So now let's go ahead and get Barrage transformed into his insect mode. Let's go ahead and remove the blaster here. We're going to fold in the fists like so. Go ahead and take the chest section, fold this down, and bring this all the way up, covering his face. Now it doesn't really snap into place. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Now what you're going to do is open these flaps on the legs, and you're going to kind of fold these legs in on top of each other, bringing this whole back section up toward the back of Barrage. Let's see if I can get him in there. Seems to be like that needs to go in just a little bit more. Oh yeah, I forgot to fold the feet out. So fold the feet up. Now that'll enable the chest to fold, or the legs to fold in a little bit better. So you got that going on. You're gonna bring the arms down, and they will actually click into place, just like so. Bring the arms down, and you're gonna bring them up. They're actually going to peg in or slide in right there. See these little grooves on the side? Matches up to the grooves here on the arms. Bring those up. They don't peg in real good, but once you get those in, there we have Barrage in his insect mode, his rhinoceros beetle mode. And beetle mode doesn't look too bad. I wish the bug face would cover up more of the robot head. I guess you could bring that up if you wanted, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. And there you go. He's very chunky, very blocky. I love the color scheme. We got the green, now with white striping there, some red here, yellow on the back. And what I'm assuming is some weird insignia right there with that thing that was on the front of the box, the skull face with the tentacles. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe we'll find out the story later on. So as far as articulation for insect mode, there's none. The bug head could go up and down. That's about it. Now let me bring in bombshell in insect mode so we can compare the two. And as I shown earlier, there's the blasters that were underneath bombshell's arms. Those form the other insect legs, where Barrage now has insect legs to do so. But I mean, they look decent enough together. I wish the insect head would cover up Barrage's robot head more, kind of like Bombshells did. Now you can bring in Barrage's weapon right here. You can plug that onto his back. So now you have the insect mode, all armed and ready for battle. So there you go, guys. There is Legacy Barrage. And lastly, we have Chop Shop, my favorite of the trio. Now, Chop Shop is a heavy retool and repaint of Legacy Shrapnel, and I think they did a really good job with it. The retool section are these shoulder pieces and the new head sculpt. Everything else is the same, no backwards chest on Chop Shop. And like I said, I think they did a really good job. I love the paint applications on this guy. The brown, orange, red, and white really pop. and love that head sculpt. That looks so good. They did a great job with that. The rest of the figure, like I said, it's shrapnel. We do have some white paint applications there on the chest, Decepticon insignia right there, red on the shoulders, some red here on the forearms. The rest is brown and orange plastic. Now, articulation for Chop Shop is the arms can do a complete 360. They kind of have to maneuver around the sections right here, his jaw. There is a bicep rotation, bicep bend, no wrist swivel. The head can rotate, but you want to be really careful. I hate the fact that I have to kind of grab him by his antennas right there, so be careful when you're turning the head. There is a waist rotation here, legs go forward, they go back, they go out, they go in, knee bend, and ankle tilt. Oh, there is some red right there on his feet as well. But man, I love the looks of Chop Shop. He's one of my favorite of the G1 Deluxe Insecticons. He cleans up really, really good. Now, you do add the insect legs to Chop Shop to really make him look a lot different than Shrapnel. And I love the way these legs attach. They attach a lot better than Barrage, as you peg them in the peg underneath the arm and line them up so they slot right in over the arm section, and they fit very, very flush. So let me grab the other one so I can really show you how these go on. Get your peg, line it up, and you've got the ridges right there. You line up around the arm and just slot that in, and they fit perfect. They go into the grooves on the arm. Groove, that's what I was thinking of earlier, and I call it a trench. So there you go. You've got Chop Shop's insect legs attached, and he looks a lot more like the G1 figure now. Chop Shop did come with 3 blasters. These are all repaints of the ones that Shrapnel came with. You can see right there, there is Shrapnel's main gun. Now these other 2 blasters form the insect legs in robot mode. They actually go under forgot his name, Shrapnel's arm right there. But for Chop Shop, they're not needed as insect legs. They're just extra blasters. So you can have him dual wield these, place them in each hand. And there you got Chop Shop, all armed and ready for battle, looking very intimidating. Those blasters, of course, are blast effect compatible, so you can put your blast effect in and have him open and fire on the Autobots. Now, of course, you can have him wield the main gun, but since I like that more for Shrapnel, you can just peg the main gun in right there on his back, like so. Keep it stored and hidden. But there is another option with all of these blasters. Let me get them all out of his hands. Is you can make some sort of giant sniper rifle looking thing. So you take the main blaster here, peg one in underneath, peg the other here in the back. I can tell that blaster is orange painted brown. So you have this really long sniper rifle type of weapon. Peg that in his hand here, bring over his other hand. So now if you want, you can have Chop Shop, I keep mixing up your name. You can have Chop Shop as a Decepticon sniper, which I think is also pretty cool. Now let's get Chop Shop transformed into his robot mode or insect mode. He's already in robot mode. Fold in the fists. You're going to rotate the waist all the way around. It is 7 o'clock in the morning, guys, so I apologize if I'm flubbing up my words. My caffeine hasn't kicked in yet. Open up these panels, fold the feet down this time. Then you're going to collapse the legs just like we did with Barrage. And man, Chop Shop's joints are super tight. So we're going to collapse those down, forming the rear of the insect. Peg them together. Make sure they collapse in fully, just like so. Now, you don't collapse in Chop Shop's arms. What you want to do is you've got these 2 pegs right there on the forearm. Those are going to match up to those slots right there. So peg those in. Almost done. You've got these little flaps right here. Fold these down to cover up Chop Shop's robot head. Bring in the mandibles, And there we have Chop Shop in his insect mode. And I love this insect mode. This is a stag beetle and it looks really good. The collars absolutely pop on this insect. The white stripes all the way along the back just looks so good. You do have the robot head sticking out right there, but it's not near as bad as Barrage. So yeah, this looks cool. Articulation, the only thing that's articulate with the insect is the jaws can open and close and grab Autobots. Now, for the weapons, you can do weapon storage a couple different ways, but the way I like is you're going to take the main blast. Oh, I forgot to unfold these. On the back, bring those insect legs down. So now there he is fully transformed. It would not be a Patriot Prime review if I didn't miss something. So yeah, there we go with all the legs unfolded. Back to the weapon storage. I can put the main blaster, I like to tuck it in facing forward, so he has a blaster going forward, and then you can take the other blasters and peg them into his back like so. And oh yeah, there's the squid face insignia right there. Is that Quintesson or what is it? I mean, it seems more organic to be a Quintesson. But there we go. There we've got Chop Shop in his beetle mode. Let me go ahead and get Shrapnel for some comparisons. So now you can take a look at them in insect mode together. And man, Chop Shop just kills it. I love Chop Shop's insect mode. It looks so good. Now right there is the blasters that form the legs of the insect for Shrapnel that we're using on top of Chop Shop. So yeah, I dig it. I love this figure. This is so cool. This is my favorite one of the bunch, and Hasbro absolutely killed it with this repaint. So there you go, guys. Legacy Chop Shop. And now for some quick size comparisons. Here's the Transformers Legacy United Doom and Destruction Collection with Generation 1 Megatron, Generation 1 Barrage in Chop Shop, Legacy Shrapnel and Bombshell, and Buzzworthy Bumblebee Ransack. The Transformers Legacy United Amazon exclusive Doom and Destruction Collection, consisting of Barrage, Chop Shop, and Malleus Minotaurus, is a great set of Transformer figures, especially if you're a fan of the DELUXE Insecticons. Yes, these guys are only retools and repaints, but man, Hasbro did a great job with them. Malleus Minotaurus is the weakest of the three, and I really wish we got another figure that fit more with the insect theme instead of him, but he's still not a bad figure. And if you already happen to have Buzzworthy Bumblebee's Ransack, this set is a must-have. Now, unfortunately, this set is sold out right now on Amazon, but I will go ahead and put a link in the description of this video so you can find it and put it in your cart for when it hopefully comes back for sale. Now we just have to wait and see if Hasbro will give us an updated version of Venom. Now guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Also, if you're in any position to help out the channel, I do have a super thanks button, and I also offer channel memberships. And I have to give a huge shout out and thank you to all my current channel members, because it is your support that helps keep this channel going. Once again guys, this is Patriot Prime, signing out. Hooah!